Hello and welcome to Copic Club in May 2021. I know I say this every month. I'm so excited to be here and so excited to be doing this class, but I really am excited about this particular stamp set. Now, I was introduced to Waffle Flower and I can't get over the thoughtfulness and the care that they put into these stamps. They are made in the USA, out in Arizona, and I just love, not only do I love the stamp set and the versatility of it, but look at the packaging. When you buy the stamp set and the die together, here's all the dies. They fit, right in. There's a divider, and so all the dies fit right in the back, the stamp set in the front, a nice little closure, nice heavy duty vinyl, and it's all together. I love this. If that's not a reason to search out more of these stamps, I don't know what is. So, Waffle Flower Craft Company, love them. Of course, there's a link on your newsletter right here. You can go, this is to a cherry on top. They have this stamp set, or if you want to see all the availability stamps that Waffle Flower Crafts has, you can go to their link here. I appreciate you using the links. You guys know I'll never steer you wrong. I've been going through some other companies, and I quite frankly I refuse to use their links because either customer service or product was not up to my standards. So that being said, let's get started with this month's Copic Marker Club. So Hopeful Girl is the name of the stamp set, and there is 2 cards that I made this month. This one here, you're going to get this oval die cut. I'm going to cut that out for you guys. So if you want to make this card up, you know, this was forgot the name of this paper. It's from Kaiser Craft. I bought it last summer, so I'm not sure if that's available. But between the stamped image and this color, you should be able to find something that will coordinate with it. And then this one, I went ahead and I gave you the markers that I use on your idea sheet, and I went ahead and used the dies to cut her out and the flowers. And isn't that just, I love it. I'm absolutely in love with the dies. I don't mind fussy cutting, but boy is this nice to have this die. So anyhow, let's get started. We've got our instruction sheet. You've got your stamped image. How are you guys liking this paper that I gave you last month and again this month? I'm curious to hear. I love it. The markers glide on there so smooth. It's so nice. So step 1, we're actually going to be using 4 markers. I know it's a lot of markers for that little bit of skin that's showing, but we're going to go ahead and get some detail in here. So we're going to first use E00, and we're going to color all of her skin. So the ear, her neck. I went ahead and went up into the hair a little bit. We're going to come back down covering that, but at least this way I know I'm not going to have any white showing. And same thing here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to be coming back over this part, but for now we're going to go ahead and color all of that so that there's no white showing. And then her hands here. Next, we're going to take E13, and we're not going to do the ear because that's going to be highlighted. The sun or the light source is going to be showing that. But down the nape of her neck and here along the chin line. And I know that looks really dark, but don't worry. And then we're going to do the same thing around her face and this. The hand in the back, so her left hand. We'll do that a little bit there. I know that seems really harsh, but we're going to tone it down here. Then next we're going to take R02. This is definitely just a preference. If you have it, great. If you don't, that's okay. It really, you don't see it that much. We're just doing a little bit of highlight there on her cheek. And then with BV00, we're going to tone down that E13. This is going to just create more of that shadow and really tone that down. You can do this one. I don't think I did on the instruction sheet, but that's okay. And then we're going to come back with our E00, and we're going to go ahead and go over all of that. Okay. So next we're going to go onto her hair. This is my favorite part of this. Whoops, this card was actually, what's the word I'm looking for? It was actually inspired by my new daughter-in-law and my granddaughter that has beautiful red hair. And I just wanted to recreate. She showed a picture on Facebook the other day, and I wanted to recreate that hair color. So I just love this. We're going to take E97, and we're going to color all of the head of hair. Now, I went ahead and went up into here a little bit, and then we're going to just color all that. So, and I am very excited. If you have not yet joined the Creative Club, you guys are going to want to for sure this month. I'm telling you. I went ahead and I've made a chart with different skin tones, and then I'm making a second chart with hair colors. So you're going to be able to use these charts and change skin tone and hair color. So maybe you have an inspiration, or you want to create this card to look like maybe the person that you're giving it to. So when I get to this part here, I'm going to kind of go over these hairs a little bit. Okay, so anyhow, back to Creative Club. These charts are so cool, and so there's going to be blondes, redheads, brunettes, just all different hair colors. And then see, that kind of covered up that R02, so I know that wasn't really a necessity, but and you can see I'm kind of sloppy here, kind of going over the lines a little bit. That's okay. If you're going to be getting this set with the die, it's just, it cuts out around it, but it's just kind of nice to have that color around just a line of hair that they've drawn in. Okay, the next is E99, and I'm going to go ahead and go over this a little bit because this is going to have some darker with the flowers that she has in her hair. We're going to come down. So anyhow, I think these charts are going to be just really nice to have, especially when we have these types of stamps. I always like to really personalize my cards as much as I can. So either I like to do maybe this card as myself and my hair color as I'm praying for someone, or of their hair color that they know that I'm sending them prayers. Okay, so we're going to just kind of be a little sloppy with this, bringing in some lowlights. And then we're going to take the third marker, which is E09, and we're going to go ahead and add some more. Now this one really brings in the red into our red head. And then you come back with the E97 and blend that all, and it just gives beautiful hair color. And it blends so nice. I just love this color combination. Go around your ear there. This is a very forgiving stamp set, and it's just fun and fast, and it's just, oh, I love it. Okay, next step, which is 3, are the flowers in her hair. So we're going to start with RV63, and we're just going to lay down the color there. And then the next one, RV66, we're going to go ahead and just kind of do some swirls. Again, just know, just be carefree, there's it's so forgiving. We're just adding a little bit more depth into those roses. And then come back with the R63, oops, and just lightly, you're really just adding a little bit more, just a little bit of wetness so that those colors start bleeding into each other, but we don't want it to really blend totally away. We want to keep the darker colors separate. So, and then step 4, we're going to do our leaves. Now for the leaves, the first one, G02, we're going to go ahead and we're going to color all the leaves, or the whole leaf, I guess, on all of them. Now that one, you can see I had gotten some pink in there, and that's okay. It just goes right over it. Covers it up nicely. And then the second color is G05. And we're going to start at the stem and we're going to flick. So just flick up. So you're not going all the way to the end of the leaf, so that you still have that little bit of highlight of the lower color, because we're not going to blend these when we're done. We're just going to leave this. So you're just adding a little bit of this darker green up the center of the leaf. And then the third step is G09, and we're going to do the same thing, only not go as far. And you'd be amazed just how much depth and detail that little bit gives. So cool. Can you guys see that? Oops. There we go. It's catching the, there we go. That's better. That leaf looks so cool. Okay, and then step 5 is the shirt. So we're going to go ahead and do BG53. We're going to go ahead and just do the whole shirt. Now, let me see the card here. You can see when I cut this, I hand cut the oval, so I went down. So here you might want to come down as we're coloring, or as we're doing it together here. I made the mistake. I didn't know what I was going to do when I first started coloring it, so I didn't do that. You can kind of tell I had to come back and add some color to that. So if we can do it right in the beginning, it just makes it so much nicer. All right, so we're starting with a nice base there of color with the BG53. Then we're going to take BG57. Now this color trio only had, or it only has two, so it's not a trio. You could come back with another darker and add some more dimension. So now I just kind of go through and kind of, you know where it's going to be, where you're going to see highlights and lowlights. So I went ahead and on her chest there, and of course on the left arm that would not have any light to it. Okay. And then we'll come back with the BG53. So there isn't going to be as much depth with this, or shadowing, because we only have the two colors. Like I said, if you wanted to try and come back with a third one, you could look into them. I'm sure there's some. I just didn't feel the need. I really wanted to focus on her hair, and that was my main focus rather than her shirt. So you can see that comes together nicely. And then to top it off, we're going to go ahead and just add a little bit. I wanted to keep her collar white, but I wanted to add a little bit of shadowing. So I'm using BV0000. If you don't have the BV 4 zeros, 3 or 2 even would work. And we're going to just come down from the back of the collar and just kind of, you're going to have that shadow from her head. So it's just adding just a little bit, of course, on the left cuff, and then a little bit here. It's just a very fine detail, but like I said, if you just had the BV00 that we used on her face in step 1, you could use that too. It would give a little bit more. See? And then I went ahead with, which one did I use? I think it was B000, and I went ahead and I colored all the way around before I cut her out to put her on here. And then after I mounted her on the card, I went ahead and used my white jelly pen. Here it is, the Pentel Milky Pop. And I love that, and I used that for the baby's breath in her hair and just topped it off. So, oh, just love it. And again, you can see on the other card that we did that I did the same thing, went through the steps, and you can, you have the color combinations on the idea sheet of what I did for her blonde hair and her skin tone. Did a little something different in her shirt. But, and then this again, this step comes, or that stamp, the flowers comes with the set, and it also comes with a cute little bunny, a flower, and then several sayings: hold on to hope, praying for strength, keep the faith, and sending prayers. And then there's dies for the bunny, the girl, both the flower, this flower, and this one. So there's 4 dies that come with it too. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this month's Copic card, and I really want to see what you guys are doing. I want to see your work. I'm so excited, and I hope you have a fabulous Mother's Day, and it looks like spring is finally here. So you guys take care and have a blessed month. Bye now.